Hi everyone. Today we will learn to create machine learning model with the help of Excel. So here, as you can see in this sheet, I have collected the sample data of 10 houses uh, where X is the house size and Y is the house price. So for this sheet, I am going to uh, calculate the value of y for any house size with the help of linear regression. So first of all, let me tell you what is linear regression. So here I am moving to different sheets. So in machine learning, in linear regression, an equation, straight line equation is represented by mx plus c. So where x is the independent variable and y is the dependent variable. So here, what is x? In our case, in my sample data, x represent the house size and y represent the house price. So since house price is directly proportional to house size, so it can be represented by a straight line equation which is equal to y equal to mx plus c. So here m is the slope, and in machine learning we call it as weight, and c is the intercept. In machine learning we call c as bias. So what is uh, intercept? When we put x is equal to 0 in this straight line equation, the value of y which we get is known as intercept. Okay, so here, using this equation, I am trying to find the best possible value of slope m and intercept c with the number of iterations so that there is minimum error. So once I identify the slope and intercept, then I can find value of y for any x. In our case, I can predict the value of house price for any house size. So let's come back to the Excel sheet which I have created to illustrate this. So here, these are the house sizes and these are the house prices. Okay, so and these, let's suppose initial value for slope is, that is weight is 0 and bias is 0. So first of all, we will calculate these variables by putting weight equal to 0 and bias is equal to 0. So let's suppose first of all we call the predicted price of the house. So what is the formula for this? We will again use this equation, y is equal to mx plus c. So using this formula, I will calculate the predicting price where I will put m and c as 0, 0. Okay. So the formula for this is equal to weight. This should be absolute. I am converting it to absolute so that it doesn't change. Then multiply it with x. So x is in B5 column. So I am multiplying it with B5. Then after that, we will add slope to it. So slope is again 0, bias is again 0. I am converting it to absolute so that its cell reference doesn't change. Okay, so predicted price is 0 as slope and bias are 0. So initially my predicted house price is 0 since slope and intercept both are 0. Weight and bias are 0. After that, I will calculate the error. What's the error between predicted house price and the given house price? So error will be, formula for error is y dash minus y, predicted house price minus y. So I'm doing this equal to this minus this. Okay, now since it will return the error in negative, so in order to make it positive, I am doing it square so that I always get positive error, never get negative error. Okay, so this is the error between the predicted house price and the given house price. Now after that I will calculate gradient weight. Gradient weight means rate of change of weight. So formula for this is predicted price minus given house price and multiply by it with house size. So formula for this is this minus this multiply by house size. So this is the gradient weight. After calculating the gradient weight, we need to calculate the gradient bias. So gradient bias is simply y dash minus y. The formula for it should be y dash minus y, predicted price minus given price. So equal to this minus this. Okay, so this is our gradient bias. Once after calculating this error, gradient weight and gradient bias, I will calculate the average of all the three parameters. So for average, I am going to use average function equal to average then salary. So by this I will get average error. Similarly, I can calculate average of gradient weight and gradient bias. So I am copying the same formula over here. So this is my gradient weight, average of gradient weight, and minus 18.6 is the average of gradient bias. So once calculating this, what we will do, we will keep on changing the value of weight and bias, and we repeat these steps until we get the minimum error approximately equal to 0. So let's suppose, or we can say that these are our training weight and training bias. So current value for this we have taken as 0. So I will calculate the new value of weight and bias using this formula, equal to current value minus 0.01. Every time I am decrementing it by 0.01, and after that multiply it with average gradient weight. Okay, so this is current value of new value of the weight. Similarly, I will calculate new value for bias. This is current value minus 0.01 multiply by average bias. So in F15 I have average bias. So this is my new values for weight and bias. So I will apply these values, put these values of weight and bias in the formula here. I will make it as current. So first of all, we will make it as current. I will copy it and paste it values over here so that these value become current, a special number. Okay, now same values I will copy to the formula here. So as you can see, now error rate is 157.3.4. So it reduced now. Now as soon as you put these values here, we get the new values for new weight and bias. So again we'll repeat these steps, copy this and paste over here, make it as current. Then after that we'll put these values to the formula, since our formula picking the values from here. So I am pasting here. So you can see the current error is 157.35. Okay, so current error, let me write here as 135. Okay, and now if I put the values over here, you can see now error reduced to 25.1. Okay, now the error rate is 25.1. So you can see it reduces to less than 50%. Sorry, more than 50% it got reduced. Okay, similarly I will repeat again. I will make the new value as current value and copy these values in the formula. So again you can see error rate reduced to 5.7. Okay, so this is our error rate. We keep on changing the values of weight and bias, and we will repeat these iterations until we get error rate approximately equal to 0. So in the next sheet I have did these steps so that it won't take time. You can see I repeated these steps until I get the error rate as 0. So here same with the same data I did the iterations. I keep on repeating, approximately it get completed in 10-11 iterations, and here as you can see error rate is 0.88. so it is very less error, negligible error. So by this I get the value for weight and bias. So the value for weight, which is m, is equal to 3.24 and bias is C. So we can put this value. If we put m is equal to 3.2, I approximately calculated the value. I round off the decimal part. So m is equal to 3.2 and bias is 0.5. So our straight line equation is y is equal to mc. If I put these values here, so my straight line equation is 3.2x plus 0.5. So for in this equation, for any value of x, I can get the value of y. I can predict the price. So in our case, x is the house size and y is the house price. So for any house size, I can get the house price. Let's suppose if house price is 10, that is x is equal to 10, then what value I will get? I will get 32.5. Okay, so here as you can see in the given data, the value for 10 is 32, but in our case with this equation we get the value of house price at 32.5, so which is negligible, only half error is there. So we get the best fitted straight line equation using this linear regression learning model, right? So similarly you can create your own model for any variables, 2-3 variables where one is independent, where 2-3 independent variables and one independent variable. Okay, so here I have taken only one independent variable. You can take multiple independent variables, like house price can depend upon uh, uh, floor size, floor number. So we can make equation like that. If our equation have multiple variables, independent variables, so we can write the straight line equation as m1 c1 m1 c1 sorry m1 x1, okay, plus m2 x2, like that we keep on doing until mn, okay, m n x n, like that we can do, plus the end we will add slope. So like that we can make linear equation for multiple variable as well. But here I have created my machine learning model for only one variable. So these things here you can see I have calculated the weight and bias manually, okay, using iteration. Same thing you can do in Excel using formula as well, which make your process very quick, okay. Suppose you want to find the slope, so you can use the function slope, okay. Then you select the, it's asking for the data y and data x. So data y is this, our house price. In data y we always select the dependent variable, okay. Then after that you select the data x, which is the independent variable house size. So like this you select, and once you select, it will show you the slope, okay. So this is the, this we did using function slope, okay. Similarly you can calculate the value of intercept. So for that we have formula intercept. You will use formula intercept into, here also you need to select first dependent variable, that is y range, and after that select the x range, and you will get the, okay. So it's doing the same thing what we did. So now, so here you can see that if you calculate using this function, there is slight difference, but which they have done more number of iterations in the formula, but I have done only few iterations. So here you get 3.09 as slope, 1.6. So you can make your equation using this as well. So I am rounding it to slope to 3.1, 3.1 into x plus value of c is 1.6, okay. So here using this equation you can find the value of y, you can find predicted value of y for any x. So same thing you can do in Excel using the formula slope and intercept, okay. And but these things I did manually and calculate the value of slope and intercept using iteration. So this is how we create a machine learning model in Excel, and which is very helpful to predict the any y variable for any x, where y and x could be anything. X could be rainfall, and y could be sale of umbrella. X could be age group, and Y could be usage of credit card. So like that, you can use these linear regression technique in calculating any variable based on any independent variables. So I hope you like this. So yeah, so you can practice it by your own. If you have any questions, feel free to message me on my email ritajainid@gmail.com, and please don't forget to subscribe my channel. Click on bell icon. Thank you. Bye bye.